What is going on, traders? Welcome back to the Traveling Trader. Good to see you guys again. In this video, we will be discussing LCA or Lancadia Holdings 2, which is the SPAC that is looking to take Golden Nugget Gaming public. There is a very important meeting happening this week on December 18th, which is the merger meeting. I will get into that. And we will also be discussing LCA analysis. I'll show you the chart and how I'm trading LCA moving forward. I think there is a very lucrative opportunity right here. But before we get into it, if you get anything out of this video, leave it a big fat thumbs up like this. Leave it in the comment section below. Let me know if you are in an LCA position already or if you are looking to establish one. And if you want access to all of the trades that I'm doing, you want access to my portfolios, the options trades, etc., link is in the description below. We had an insane trade today on AMD, up 211% alone just today. And if you guys are not new to this channel, you remember that the last time we had a monster short-term trade, it was also on AMD where we got 533% out of that. But I'm not going to go over that strategy. If you want to know more about it, leave it in the comment section and I will reply to you and tell you exactly what we did on that trade. All right, so Lancadia Holdings, or LCA, Lancadia Holdings 2. So as I said, this already saw a retracement from all-time highs. It dropped 20%. Now, this is one of the most hyped stocks on YouTube, on Reddit. You see this everywhere. However, when we get in, we like to get in after major retracements. As you know, I never buy at the high. That is a recipe for disaster. It is just a guessing game. If you're buying at the high, there's nothing to anchor it below that. And really, the most likely position, or the most likely scenario, is that you will see some downside after buying at the high. So I never do that, but I do like to buy at these major moving averages. Now, why am I thinking of buying here? Well, because they have an upcoming merger date meeting on December 18th. As you can see here, this is already filed with the SEC. Special meeting scheduled for December 18th, 2020, and it is to take Golden Nugget Gaming public. It is a reverse merger, actually, where Lancadia Holdings, the SPAC, is going to be taking Golden Nugget Gaming's public. Now, I did a whole video on the life cycle of SPACs and what to expect with the price action. But I was saying in that video, I was saying that usually you tend to see a run-up when the company is announced, what company it's going to merge with. You see an initial run-up. After a slowdown in price, if the merger meeting is successful, then we tend to see a price hike again when the ticker symbol actually changes, and it's going to change from LCA to GNOG. This is exactly what happened on DraftKings. I believe that merger date was on April 23rd, and we went from a stock price of $17.50 to around $64 thereafter. Now, I'm talking about DraftKings, obviously, because it used to be a SPAC and it went public through a reverse merger, just like LCA is going to do. Also, they're both in nearly the same sector, having to do with gaming, although LCA does have far better operating margins than DraftKings, and I'll get into that comparison in a second. Now, there's actually some speculation about whether this meeting will go through, whether the merger will go through. We're seeing a lot of rumors that it won't, but that is exactly when you want to buy. You don't want to buy after the merger meeting goes through. You want to buy before the news is announced, because once the news is there, then it becomes known information. It becomes public information and it starts getting priced in. But right now, we see with this 20% drop that there is some uncertainty here. That is why I'm willing to jump in at around this level. We do see that LCA has obtained regulatory approval in New Jersey, which is very important. All right, so let's talk about analysis and how I'm planning on trading LCA. If you take a look at LCA, you'll see, again, like I said, it fell 20%. It is sitting at around the 21 EMA here. And if we pull up the Fibonacci retracement, you will see that it is currently at around the 0.382 fib level, which is a key fib level. So at around $20, we have the 0.382 fib level, which coincides with the 21 EMA. And if we take a look at its operating margins, you'll see that in the last 9-month period, LCA had a 33% operating margin. By comparison, DraftKings had an operating loss of $610 million and an operating margin of minus 145%. And that stock already hit above $60. So we're already talking about a stock with a positive net operating margin. Now let's take a look at the actual options data. So if we look at the options data, you'll see that for the January 2021 contracts, we have a lot of open interest here on the call side. Not a lot of open interest on the put side, but there's a lot of open interest on the call side, meaning that options traders are expecting a move up by January 2021. And obviously this happens after the December 18th date. So how am I trading LCA? Well, like I said, we're at around the 21 EMA here. If you look at the last time, the last few times that LCA had a bounce after a retracement, you'll see that it was near the 21 EMA, same place that it's at now. Here is where I'm looking to establish a position, and it might actually fall and touch the 21 EMA, which would put it at around $1 less than it's trading now. So if you're really a prudent trader, you can actually wait to see what the next day's candle looks like, right? If we break below the 21 EMA, then there's a good chance that we see further decline until about the, let's see what level, until about the, I would say like the $18 level, which would be at around the 0.5 fib level as well. So prudent traders can wait for another day to see what happens with LCA. But the point I'm trying to make is I want to get in before that December 18th date. If we take a look at all of the SPACs that had ticker symbol changes, not all, but let's take a look at some. Again, I mentioned DraftKings. You guys know what happened there. You guys remember what happened with the SPAC called KCAC. Here on November 27th is when it became QuantumScape and went up from $24 to a high of $88. Obviously, not in the same sector as LCA. If you guys are familiar with the SPAC game, you know that GMHI, which merged with Laser, and this became effective on December 3rd, went from a price of $22 up to almost $50, and now we're back down. I'm actually going to be opening a play on Laser soon after this 50% retracement. Now, obviously, this doesn't happen to all SPACs. We all remember the dumpster fire that was Hyliion. Even though Hyliion actually did rise in value drastically after its merger announcement. It went from $13 all the way up to almost $60. After it changed its ticker symbol to Hyliion, which I think happened around September 24th or 25th, it only saw a few days of gain, followed by a complete crashing all the way down to below $16. So there definitely are a few exceptions, but LCA is already a company, like I said, with a positive margin. Its operating income was up 74% year over year, according to this Investor Place article, and it launched in 2013 and became profitable in 2016. So it is already a net profitable company. DraftKings still isn't by comparison. They are also expecting approval in the states of Pennsylvania and Michigan as well. So that could definitely double or triple their revenues. Its price to sales ratio is also undervalued when compared to DraftKings. And based on these numbers and these statistics on this Investor Place article, they're saying that LCA stock can see at least 100% gains based on its current price right now and its current market cap. So all that is to say, we're actually dealing with a company that is already profitable in a sector whose outlook is just brighter and brighter as more legislation is passed in these states, allowing online gaming and providing these companies with the authority to operate in those states. So looking back on LCA's chart, I think we can wait here maybe another day. I would like to see this MACD curl up. I would like to see the RSI curl up. Maybe we can get a price at around $18 to $19 for LCA, but I'm comfortable at that level. Again, I would not overdo this. This is not going to be a significant part of my portfolio. I will be putting stop limits in place. Also, on the option side of things, we can trade an option on LCA expiring around January 15, 2021. I will be sending this out in the trade alerts, but we can sell maybe the 2017.5 put spread on LCA, and we can collect about $1.30 for this. And this is only a $2.50 wide spread, so we're collecting most of the profit up front. And if LCA expires above $20 by January 15, 2021, then we get to keep this entire amount. So there are a few things you can do here. Again, this all hinges on the merger actually going through and the vote actually going through on December 18th, which is this Friday. But I personally would not wait until December 18th to put in a position. Like I said, you want to do it before the news comes out. Obviously, it is a risky situation because what if they vote against the merger itself, right? So you don't want to be caught holding a big bag of LCA or whatever, making it 50% of your portfolio or something ridiculous like that. You want to make sure that you are measured, that you are taking measured risks, and that most of your portfolio is actually made up of healthy blue chip stocks that you buy on the dip. Obviously, that is what I do. It's your money. You can do what you like. And if you want access to all of my options and stock trades, link is in the description below. You'll be able to follow my every move, see what I'm doing. And we have a group of over 1,500 wonderful traders in there. So we'd love to have you. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're playing LCA. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.